people, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com. And today I have a cool trick that you could use using the pentatonic scale that is going to help you not only move around the fretboard a little bit, but sound a little bit different, because we're going to be playing different pentatonic keys over the same jam track. And it might sound a little confusing, but it's really simple. And once you get this trick done, it really opens up some doors. So maybe if you only even know like one position of your pentatonic, I'll just show you how to move that one around in different keys. Today we're going to be in the key of B minor. And the track is just a B minor 7 to an E major. It's kind of like, has that Latin-y kind of feel, like. I'll tell you how to get that jam track in a minute, because you're going to want to use that for practice and application. So let me give you some soloing strategies over the track first, and then we'll get into some cool hacks and the trick I'm going to show you, right? So we're in the key of B minor. You instantly know when you're in minor key, 98% of the time you could use minor pentatonic and blues over both chords, or all the chords, in this instance both chords. So one of the things you could try soloing with over this jam is B minor pentatonic and blues, right? And we'll start with the B minor pentatonic scale, and you could play that right in off the root note on the 7th fret, low E string. That's your B, and you probably know that box shape. Right? So that's a great one to use, and you can make that the blues scale by adding the flat 5. You can also use B Dorian, and don't let this confuse you if you're not familiar with playing in the modes. All Dorian is it's a minor mode. It's going to add 2 notes to that minor pentatonic scale. And hey, if you want to see these scales diagrammed out on paper, it's really nice to check them out on paper so you could see them and have all the root notes diagrammed out for you. Click on that link below. I'll send you a free ebook where I have tons and tons of scale diagrams, and I'll also send you a free video lesson with more pentatonic tricks and things you could do with this scale. You get a free video lesson, free ebook from Next Level Guitar. All you have to do is just click on that link below. Now I have a couple other lessons where I explain Dorian more and show you how to use it. I'll put the links to those in the YouTube description box, so you can check those out. I don't want to spend too much time on that because I want to get to the trick that I want to show you today. But just so you have some soloing ammunition, try B Dorian. You could try this shape here. Sounds. You could even play it up in this next position. B Dorian. And B Dorian is the same as A major, except you're emphasizing the B notes. And you could try to connect those two and play something like this. See, already you're getting some different sounds, right? So let's get to our pentatonic trick. That's just some soloing ammunition to have fun with. And hey, remember too, if you get a chance, please subscribe to the channel. We'll let you know when we have lessons, and you subscribing to the channel really helps us keep the content coming, and we so appreciate it. Maybe leave a comment below. Let us know how you like the lesson. Let us know what other lessons you would like to see. Click the like button. Give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Okay, so let's just use for this trick B minor pentatonic in this box shape. Okay, now this trick, we're going to play that pentatonic shape, but we're going to move it into 3 different keys over this same jam track. This pentatonic trick is really cool, and it will work anytime you know that the Dorian mode works over the chords that you're playing. If you know the Dorian mode works, this trick will work. So it won't work every time you're in minor key, but it does work a lot. And if, like I said, if you want to learn more about Dorian and how and why it works, I have lessons in the YouTube description box. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play this B minor pentatonic scale, right? We all know that works. We're in minor key, so we can play off the root note B. But we're going to play also 2 more shapes. We're going to play the pentatonic scale that's up a 5th and the one that's up a 2nd. And I'll explain what that means, and I'll show you some really easy hacks with that. The scale that's up a 5th from B. An easy way to tell what the 5th of a B is just put your first finger on the low root on the low E string, B, and then just go down one string to the A string and over 2 frets. F sharp. F sharp is the 5th of B. That's kind of like a B fifth chord or B power chord. You probably know that, right? So anytime you're in any key, low root, first finger, low E string, down a string to the A over 2 frets, you have your 5th. So if you want a quick quiz, if we are in the key of G minor, what is the 5th of a G? The answer? D, right? You're on G minor, just put your first finger, 3rd fret, low E string on the G, go down one string over 2 frets, and you have your D. Go back to B. So F sharp is the 5th. So we're going to play the minor pentatonic shape, that's up a 5th, F sharp. So first finger, go all the way up to your F sharp note, 14th fret. And we're going to play that shape. You're probably saying F sharp minor over B minor? That's not going to work. Well, it does, because if you examine the notes in F sharp minor pentatonic, it's F sharp, A, right? B, C sharp, and E. All those notes are in B minor pentatonic except that C sharp. That adds the 2nd. And that's a great note to add to that minor pentatonic scale. And that's in the Dorian mode, right? So F sharp minor pentatonic will work. And you could play the same licks, just move them down to F sharp and they'll sound a little different because the note positions are different, right? Okay, now we're also going to play the pentatonic shape, this basic box shape. We'll play it up a 2nd. So the 2 intervals you want to know that this trick is work, you're going to play the one that's up a 5th and the one that's up a 2nd. How do you know what's a 2nd of B? That's really easy. All you do, here's a cool hack to know the 2nd in any key. Just put your first finger on the low E string on the root note, B, which is 7th fret, go up 2 frets, 9th fret. That's a 2nd. Up from B, and that's our C sharp, right? So anytime you want to know what the 2nd is of a certain key or chord, just go up a whole step. So if I ask you, if we're in the key of F, what is the 2nd? The answer is G, right? Put your finger on the low root note of the low E string, F, go up 2 frets on that same string, G. G is the 2nd of F. Okay, so now we know how to find the 2nd. That's a cool hack, right? And how to find the 5th. 5th, 2nd. So C sharp. So let's play that C sharp box shape minor pentatonic scale. Right? Those notes are C sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, and B. Right? Notice it has that C sharp in there, but it has a G sharp. That's not in B minor pentatonic, but what it is in is B Dorian. Remember the notes in B Dorian. B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. So playing C sharp minor pentatonic, it adds the 2nd, which is C sharp, but it also adds the 6th, which is G sharp, to that groove we're playing, right? So if we take the notes in all 3 of those scales, and I'll draw this out for you, B minor pentatonic, C sharp minor pentatonic, F sharp minor pentatonic, and you'll see it basically just gives us the notes in B Dorian. So that's why this works anytime B Dorian works. Now, you're probably saying this is a lot of theory and stuff. And the reason I'm explaining it to you is because I think it's important for you to understand why this works, because then maybe this will inspire you to look for other cool little hacks like this and other scales that work over chords that are different. Instead of just always just beating the pentatonic minor scale over that chord you're playing in that one key, B minor, you know, this gives you some different options. And like I said, you could play the same licks over this track, just move positions from the 7th fret, B minor, up to the 9th fret, which is your C sharp minor pentatonic, to the 14th fret, F sharp minor. You can even play down here at the 2nd fret, F sharp minor pentatonic, right? All those notes are the same as B minor pentatonic, except it adds the 2 Dorian notes, the 2nd C sharp and the 6th G sharp. It's such a cool little trick, and it's so much fun. So before I jam over it and show you how it sounds, I'll show you a couple licks that you could easily move around. Here's a good one. See, I'm just playing the same lick. What I'm doing is I'm going, I'll tab it out for you. Right? And then just move that same lick up a whole step. Then move it up to the 14th fret. And it'll sound great. You're playing the same exact thing, but it's in those 3 different pentatonic keys. Right? Here's another cool repeating lick. Try this one. So I'm playing it here in B minor pentatonic using pull off on the high E and on the B string. And then 2, do the double. Right? And then just move that whole thing up a whole step. Now you're in C sharp minor pentatonic. By the way, you're really in B Dorian, but I'm just calling it that because we're, you know, this is the trick. And then up to the 14th fret. Right? It's a cool little repeating lick. Or you could do something like this. Right? Just remember, in order to make it B Dorian 2, you want to emphasize the B notes, because B is our root here. So you always kind of want to resolve your licks back to that B note. So knowing where your B notes are really important. Like if you're here in C sharp, see, right at the 12th fret, there's our B note. And then when you're up here on the 14th fret, there it is right there on the 16th fret of the G string. And I get a lot of questions about gear, and in this lesson I'm using this mid-90s Les Paul standard limited edition guitar. And when I'm jamming over the track, I'm plugged into a matchless Independence amp. I'm in channel 3, it's a 3-channel amp, and a little reverb in the amp, just a splash of reverb. And the only effect I'm using is I'm plugged in the front of the amp is a Friedman BE pedal, just to push the amp a little bit. So I'm going from the guitar into that Friedman BE OD pedal, from there, front of the amp, and a little reverb in the amp, and that's it. So I'm gonna play over the track, all right? And I'm gonna let you listen to these sounds. I'll start with some minor pentatonic and blues and some Dorian, and then watch how I move from my B minor to the C sharp minor, up here to the 14th fret to the F sharp minor, and try this when you know Dorian can work. I hope you like this little pentatonic trick and these little hacks. Really fun. Look for stuff like this. You know, you don't always have to play just in the key that you're in. There are tons of other things that you can do, and it's worth exploring, right? Instead of just playing those same old worn out roads. Okay, I'm David Taub with Next Level Guitar. Thanks so much for watching. Please keep an eye out for more videos. Got lots more fun stuff coming. And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. We'll see you later.